Okay, we can start with Bryce Harper. First question for Bryce. We'll start with Scott, all the way on the left side.
Hey, Bryce. You've been playing first base now for a few months in games. Curious whether you still kind of feel like a novice there or like it's been something you've been doing for a long time, and also what your thoughts are on doing it beyond this year.
Yeah, I mean, definitely got to continue to grow over there, with Bobby and working, kind of learning on a fly. Kind of reminds me when I, got drafted. They kind of were just like, hey, you're going to go to the outfield and learn on a fly. And, but I feel good at first base, and working with Bobby every single day and getting me out there every day has been huge. Just trying to be really good over there for the guys, in the infield. We have a really good infield, so I want to help them out as much as possible over there, and I want to be as good as I can. Of course, with Reese, possibly coming back, whatever that determines or whatever that whatever happens with that, I'd expect him to go back to first base and me go out to the outfield and play out there at some capacity. But I don't mind giving them the option. Even if he does come back, if Reese needs a day off, or giving them the option to put me at first base, and them knowing, hey, we can put him there at any point and he'll be fine.
Todd on the left.
Just that kind of follow up on that. Do you remember when you first broached this idea to play first base, and was it you talked to Rob first, Dave?
Teammate? Because I brought my glove today, or? Jeez,
actually, I was going to ask you anyway.
No, I mean, I think it was kind of like a revolving door over there at the time. We were trying to figure out what was going to happen and how I was going to come back, and if I was going to come back at any capacity in the outfield or just DH, knowing that we have so many options for DH and outfield. I just thought, hey, why not? We got one of the best infield coaches in the game, and I remember growing up playing, all the way through college, third base and catching, so getting the dirt underneath my cleats again was always something I wanted to do. But, never really thought about it until, like I said, the revolving door kept going, and I know having Alec Bohm play third base every day, that was a huge thing for me personally, because I want him, and I want him to be able to feel, hey, I'm going to be the third baseman, I'm going to hit fourth or fifth every single day, and, I wanted him to feel comfortable, every day at third. So I think just all around, being able to make everybody else feel comfortable around me, and thought, hey, talk to Tomper and talk to Dave and see what they say, and if they tell me to take a hike, I will, and stay, where I'm at in my lane. I thought it was a good idea, and just been working ever since.
Thanks. Over here on the right side in the second row.
Hey, Bryce, happy birthday. I guess you've got an October birthday. When you're playing baseball still on your birthday, it's always a good thing. So what is your wish when you blow out the candles tonight?
No, I've always wanted to play on my birthday. Last year we had a day off because we clinched early, which was great. But yeah, I mean, a Game 1 win would be awesome. I mean, that's what you want. Anytime you're in your own ballpark and doing that. But I've always wanted to do this, so I'm excited to have the opportunity and the chance to do it.
Tyler on the left side.
Bryce, when you were with Washington, most of those years the Phillies were not all that competitive, and the Citizens Bank Park wasn't, hopping like it does now. What did you see in those years in Philadelphia that you thought maybe you could help bring out? Because the atmosphere then was not what it's like now.
Yeah, I mean, I think my first real, I remember I was in college, I was sitting in our clubhouse at CSN, and I was doing an interview for ESPN, and they asked me what was one of my favorite at-bats or one of my favorite memories of a baseball team. And I know that the Yankees ended up winning in 2009, but I remember the 2 homers that Utley hit off of CC Sabathia, and that was one of my favorite things. I was like a left-handed hitter, seeing that. And it's crazy to come back to that because I just thought about it when you said it. But I remember those times more than the times coming in here and playing against, those teams. It was kind of that tear down after 2009, 2010, 11, 12, and then 13, 14 is kind of that tear down, those tear down years of, Halladay and Cliff Lee and Utley and Rollins and Howard. So you saw all of that, but you remember those memories and how great the fan base, is, and how how great Red October was at that time, and that's all you wanted to get back to, you know, and then ended up signing here and wanting that, and, you know, being able to play, you know, with this fan base, with this team. There's nothing like Red October, and I'm glad it's back.
We'll go down here on the front on the right side.
Bryce over here. Curious from Arizona, Corbin Carroll, how well do you know him? What do you make of his game? And do you have any advice for him as a rookie coming on the scene and making a big splash as he's done?
Yeah, I don't know him much. I know he's from the Northwest, right? I think he's up in Seattle. You know, he's a tremendous ball player. You know, really good leadoff guy. Going to be a great leadoff, you know, hitter for a long time. I love the way he plays. You know, he plays hard, plays it fast, and I like that. But you know, he's just a really good player. I mean, he continues to be himself and just be Corbin. I think he's gonna be really good.
The second row on the left side.
Bryce, how do you feel you've done at first base? How do you feel you've acquitted yourself over there? And also, did anyone ever tell you, like, stop going into the camera wells and things like that? Or is that just part of your natural aggressiveness? That's just the way you're going to play?
No, I mean, you know, like I said, I need to continue to progress and get better. You know, working daily with Dickie has been great. Understanding I need to get out there every day and work with him and, you know, try to get better over there. But I just think the ability of just playing the position and just kind of letting the athleticism take over, not really worrying about anything else, just trying to make the play and, you know, step on first base or, you know, pick when I need to, and understand I got a really good second baseman over there too. That's going to help me out.
JP on the left towards the middle.
Thanks, Bryce. There's some big news internationally in baseball elsewhere today with baseball being back in the Olympics for 2028. I wonder, obviously scheduling, and it's a far bit of distance in the future, but how important would it be for MLB players to be in the Olympics in the U.S.?
Yeah, my wife actually had a hair appointment this morning. She texted me, happy birthday, with that. You know, of course, she said it at like midnight last night, but she said, hey, I guess one of your birthday wishes forever got Rangers, or got the Olympics back in 2028. So I'm going to be old at that point. So I don't know if they're going to, you know, want me to be on the team. But it's always a dream. I mean, I think it's everybody's dream to be in the Olympics, especially coming here and being able to do that. I would hope that Major League Baseball, and I don't know if they ever will or if they do, or ownerships or anything like that. You talk about growing the game, and that's the way you grow it at the highest peak. You let guys that are playing in the league take that break, just like in the NHL, and see what happens. I mean, I think it'd be really cool. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I don't know if they'll ever go for it, but I would love to put USA on my chest and represent it at the highest level. I know the WBC and everybody loves that, and it's great for the game, but it's not the Olympics. It's not what it, you know, what it's supposed to be. But you know, it'd be really cool.
Any last ones for Bryce? We'll do Dave and then one more in the back right.
Thanks. Bryce, I know when you signed here, I think John Middleton had said that he wanted to spend to rebuild the Phillies back to where he wanted them to be. What do you think about, a lot of teams have tried that method, it hasn't always worked out. The guys that you guys have brought in seem to have been a good fit, and the performance-wise is actually paying off. What is it about that group? Was the character just as important as the talent of the guys coming in?
I think Dave Dombrowski does a phenomenal job of bringing the right guys in. I mean, everywhere he goes, he does well. And I think being able to have, you know, Mr. Middleton let Dave do his job is huge. And that's the one thing about John and Dave and Sam Fold and Tomper. Everybody lets everybody do their jobs. And I think that's the same thing with our team. If each individual guy does their job, you're going to win. And you're going to win at the highest level. So I think that's from all the way at the top, all the way down to our, you know, bottom guys. And I mean, if we can continue to do that as an organization, I think we're going to do this for a long time.
We'll finish up back right with Greg.
Bryce, I'm wondering, in your prep over the last few days, what stands out about Zach Allen tonight and then Merrill Kelly tomorrow night?
Yeah, Philadelphia boy. So I know he's probably excited to get back in here and experience this as a player. I know he experienced it as a fan, in 08 and 09, and he probably remembers watching those games and stuff. I have a lot of respect for him, man. He's really good at what he does. He tunnels really well. I don't know if you guys understand what that means, but he pitches really well. He understands his strengths. He understands what he needs to do out there, and he's going to pitch to those strengths no matter who's in the box, and he's got that mentality. So he's just another tough matchup for us, and when you get into October baseball and, you're going to have these matchups. So I'm looking forward to it. I know he is too, and, it'll be a lot of fun.
Go ahead, Greg.
Bryce, yesterday JT said that looking at this Arizona team, they play a lot like you guys do. Do you see a lot of similarities between these two teams heading into the series?
Yeah, man. I mean, I just want to reiterate too. Like, everything starts over at this point. Like, no matter what you get into the playoffs or how many wins you have or anything like that, none of that matters. And then you get in, and just like us, we got in last year and we did our thing, and they're doing the same thing. They're a really good team, and they're very well coached, and they play a fundamentally sound baseball game. They run the bases hard. They play good defense. They hit well. They got a lot of young guys over there mixed in with some veterans as well, and I know Longoria has them playing good baseball, and they're a good team, and we're looking forward to going out there and playing against a really good team, and a lot of young guys that are really good, and I'm looking forward to it.
All right, thanks for coming in, Bryce. Good luck.
Thanks,
tonight.
guys.